This is a great question because I've heard a lot about this from Roman, #Lions. If Dak is a free agent, Dak Prescott, do we make a move? Mark Orem. I love this question.
If you know what, man, let's all take it easy on the Dak thing. That guy puts his teams in a lot of bad situations, eh? He coughs the ball up a lot. He is lighting the sky up, though. But you're going to have to pay him $40+ million. Do you want to do that? I say no. I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't. He's got literally 3 number 1 wide receivers on that football team, eh? 3. I think me, you, or TA could go on there, bro, and throw for 350 a game. Seriously, like I'm not even joking, man. He just throws the ball, and those guys get under it. He's got 3 number 1s, man. 3 number 1s, and one of the best running backs in the league. So no, I'm completely out of this Dak thing because I've seen this. I've seen this on some Lions boards lately. Let's go get Dak. He's throwing for 400 a game, 500. I don't care. He still coughs the ball up a lot. He does a lot of bad things. No, I'm out.
and the reason when it comes to Dak Prescott, I think this is an intriguing question, is the fact I think we're going to be drafting high in this draft. And I think we'll have the ability to get a rookie quarterback that's going to be not $30 million a year. And I think that's the type of command that Dak's going to get. And that's going to hamper whatever franchise. But what I do know is you need to get those likes up, folks. We got 55 in the chat. Let's get 55 thumbs up. If you've not hit that like, please do so. Smash Hawk Bust that like button. Dak Prescott, TA Noble Sports. What do you think, man? Should we do a swap? Send Stafford to Dallas and we take Dak Prescott?
No way, no how. No. I'm not. When I'm looking at a quarterback, I'm looking at the franchise in a whole. I'm not staring at the trees. I'm looking at the whole entire forest. I'm taking a young guy. I'm taking a rookie quarterback. You know, this is an opportunity to do something different. And I think that the Lions definitely need to be ready to groom a rookie quarterback behind Matthew Stafford. I think that it's time. He's been with the Lions about 12 seasons now, and it's time for you to go get your guy. Go get your Lawrence. Go get you Trey Lance. Go get you some type of quarterback that's going to be able to propel this team to the next level. And I think that is a guy. Both Lawrence and Trey Lance are mobile quarterbacks, and I want to see something different in Detroit. I don't want to see the same pocket passing because the league is going in a different direction. As you can see, the quarterbacks are being more. The quarterbacks are now a little bit more athletic.
That's facts. Squig brings up a very good question here. It's kind of a conspiracy theory that could be true. You just never know. Do you think ownership is keeping Patricia because they know the interim head coach is going to try and win and ruin a shot at her better pick? Do you think that could be going through the mind of the Fords, Mark Orem?
They're not smart enough to think like that. The Fords are not smart enough to think like that. I just think they're just loyal to a fault. They just don't know. They don't know when to fire people. They don't know when to hire people. Like I've said 1,000 times, man, like we've all said, they do everything backwards. So no, I don't think they're doing it just so they can get a better draft pick, because I just don't think they're smart enough to think like that. I just think they're just almost like afraid to fire Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia. So no, I'm going to say no. They're not smart enough to do that.
Now, I see a lot of trade questions in here, so I'm just going to jump to this question. So if you have a trade question, this will infer of that. Chris Green says, will the Lions be sellers or buyers by the trade deadline? TA a Noble Sports. First off, let's do two theories here. And I want to take this question into 2 different routes. What do you want to see at the trade deadline? And what do you think Bob Quinn's going to do at the trade deadline? And we'll start with TA.
Man, okay, this is what I think the possibilities is going to happen. I pretty much think that the Lions are going to stay with the roster that they have. I don't think that the Lions – now, me personally, if I'm the GM, I'm probably on the phone and I'm calling guys like Washington because, you know, Washington just demoted Dwayne Haskins to the 3rd quarterback. Yes. So they're probably in need of a quarterback, and Stafford is a guy that has been groomed, and he pretty much knows how to handle himself as a professional. So I'm getting on the horn. I'm calling Snyder and saying, hey, look, give me a 1st round pick or give me a 2nd and a 3rd possibly 2 picks for Stafford, and you can have him. And I'm going to also send Kerryon with him as
a consolation prize.
Yeah.
We took Adrian Peterson from you, so we do give you Kerryon Johnson. Now think about this, guys. I want to see in the chat. Would you trade Stafford to the Washington Redskins for a first-round pick? Now think about this. Washington's 1-3. If we got a first-round pick, it would be a good chance it's a top 10 draft pick. Would you trade Stafford to the Washington Redskins? Why for yes and for no? Trade deadline, Mark Oram. What do you think is going to happen? We're going to be buyers, or we're going to be sellers, and what do you want to see?
Well, we're definitely. That's my boy Chris Green, by the way. What's up, brother? Thanks for the question, man. You know what? They're definitely not going to be buying. They're not buying. They're not in that situation. They should sell. Sell everybody, man. You got to sell Marvin Jones, because there's been talk that he's been on the block. Try to get rid of Jared Davis for like a 5th or 6th round pick. I don't know if you will. I would love, like TA said, I'm going to piggyback on TA now, bro. I'm going to piggyback on you, my man. I would love to see them get on the horn with Washington, but I don't think Washington's in a spot to do that. You know what I mean? I don't think they're good enough, like, just to give up first-round picks. But I would take nothing less than, like, if I can get a first-round pick for Stafford, I wouldn't even wait. I would literally, I'd smash the button right. I'd trade accepted. You know what I mean? Just like fantasy football, man. Trade accepted. I would for sure do that. But if you can get a multiple picks for Stafford, then I do it. But yeah, they got to sell. Sell whoever they can, guys. They have to sell. But for sure, Marvin Jones and Jared Davis got to go.
Okay, so I see here first-round pick laughing. Well, let me just tell you people that got traded. You got Laramie Tunsil for what? 2 first-round picks. We had the cornerback that went from the Jaguars all the way to the Los Angeles Rams for, I think, 2 first-round picks, and Mohamed Sanu for a second-round pick. It just depends on it depends on both parties. Now, check this out. The Washington Redskins just benched their quarterback. You know what happened in this draft is they passed on Tua Tagovailoa and Justin Herbert. They're always going to be compared to this after benching their starting quarterback. You had a chance on Tua and you had a chance on Herbert. Herbert's looking good, and Tua, we don't know yet, but we think he's going to look good. Their fan base, if these guys look good, are going to be jumping on them hardcore if you missed out on a franchise guy.
Yeah.
So, for a first-round pick, if that was the case, what would I do? I would say yes.
100%.
I would say yes. A high first-round pick. You know they're going to be drafting high in this draft. Good chance. Why not? Why not, right? And at 32 with his back injuries, time to change the trajectory of the team. In my opinion, that's what I would do. I see a lot of yeses. I see some nos. But you never know. What will the Lions team do in general? Personally, I think Marvin Jones Jr. is going to get shipped out.
Yeah.
I think Marvin Jones Jr. will be traded at the trade deadline. I think that seems logical, and possibly Kerryon Johnson. So those are the 2 people I kind of see that I would pay attention to, possibly. But again, you never know with Bob Quinn. But he has been a guy to trade away players, and he has been active on the trade deadline. So I'm going to assume we're going to continue to be active.
He's going to make some type of move. He's going to make a move.
But he has been active. But if you guys got questions, we do have answers. Hashtag Lions or hashtag whatever team you want to talk about, and we will get into it. Would you trade Stafford to the 49ers in the offseason? That is a good question as well by Rob Iman. Would you trade him when the season's over to the San Francisco 49ers? Now, again, Mark, he's going to the NFC. And the NFC, the 49ers are a good team. Their quarterback away, they probably win that Super Bowl if their quarterback doesn't screw up a little bit.
Yeah.
So you're giving them Stafford, but you're going to get picks in return.
It just all depends on what the picks were, bro. Like if you can somehow swindle a first-round pick for Stafford, I don't think you can get a first-round pick for Stafford, by the way.
Okay.
Not now, not at his age, not with his injuries. I just don't think you can. But if you can get some multiple picks down the road, like TA said, a second, maybe a third, and stuff like that. If you can get a couple multiple picks, then I would. But I'm just not giving them away though. I'm not giving away.
Yeah,
And
I'm
the
not giving no one away.
Yeah, the 49ers are in love with Garoppolo, though. They're in love with him. They love him. So I don't see how Lynch would even want to do something like that. They love Jimmy G over there, man. So I don't know. All depends on the picks.
What's going on, Steve Teig, The Dern, Detroit B, Jim Northrop, Mortar Films. He just came in. This is Q&A, Mortal Films. So you ask us the questions regardless, and we are here to answer. And that was a question. The Dern says thoughts. Peyton Manning for GM, Bieniemy for head coach, Jim Harbaugh for defensive coordinator, then Lance with the first pick in the draft. Well, if you're trying to make the all Madden offseason, you got it right there. Because
Right. That's crazy.
That would be the greatest offseason of all time.
Oh, bro.
I would jump on that in a heartbeat, guys. I think that's just kind of like one of those things where everybody would jump on it. I mean, that's like the all-star offseason. Yeah. You could have asked for a better cast of folks.
That's awesome.
Well, let's talk about Trey Lance and Trevor Lawrence, TA. You are a Trey Lance fan. I am a Trevor Lawrence fan. If we have the opportunity to get one of these guys in the draft, would you do it?
Yeah, no doubt. I'm taking either or. You know what I'm saying? 1A and 1A2. I'm taking either or. Trevor Lawrence or Trey Lance, because I think that these guys have what it takes to be able to change ultimately my franchise, and that's what I want. I want somebody that I can draft that eventually, once he's handed the keys, he's going to be running off with it, and he's not going to give the keys back. So getting two guys like that, man, I'm sold on both of these guys.
Justin Fields. Sorry, tactile too. Justin Fields. I'll throw him in there.
Yeah, you can say Justin Fields too, but at the same time, I know a lot of people say that the Ohio State quarterbacks don't do well in the NFL, and that's kind of true to a certain extent. But you don't want to put the tag on Justin Fields because he's not in the NFL yet. So when he does get the opportunity, we'll see. But I'm going with Lance.
And I got told that about Herbert. They said he come from Oregon. You don't trust quarterbacks from Oregon. Bum, 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 bum. Brrr. So you never know.
Looks like a stud, man.
Yeah, he's looking really good. So
wow.
If you have the opportunity, do it, right? Hashtag Lions. How about come on, man. So we went from the greatest off-season maneuvering when it comes to the front office to the absolute worst. He says, how about KFC as head coach, Adam Gase and Jason Garrett as coordinators? Yes! I definitely would love that for the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears or the Green Bay Packers.
Oh.
No for the Detroit Lions. But a great troll question right there. I love it. I think that's a no across the board. And that's facts.
Hey, would you guys take Bill O'Brien? No?
Not me.
He 5 out of 6 playoff appearances.
Yeah,
as
not
a
bad.
GM, heck no. As a coordinator, I don't possibly. Yeah, I would have to look into it.
He's the same type of guy, though. He's the same type of guy. Like now, it's starting to come out really bad that he does.
I don't
not
want Patriots though.
Yeah, he doesn't get along. He doesn't get along with his players. Him and JJ Watt literally got into it before he got fired. Apparently,
wow.
And then he traded DeAndre Hopkins because he didn't get along with DeAndre. So,
but then we don't need that.
We don't need that, man.
Yeah, we don't need that stuff.
We already have that. We already have that.
Right. We got that now. Yeah.
Yeah, we got that now, man. He is toxic. So that's some good stuff in there. Let's see. Hashtag Lions from Fire. All of them. What are the odds of unloading some big contracts at the deadline? Like Collins and Flowers. I don't think these guys are going to get traded because of their contracts.
I wish, man.
And Matt Patricia loves Patriots. So, who's not a Patriot, that's who you got to pay attention to. Because
they're going to get it. Yeah.
In all honesty, man, I would love a fire sale. Some of these guys, it's just these contracts are bad. Collins is actually not doing too bad. I think he's like probably the better player on defense of this bad defense. But with that said, it's just not working. Hashtag Lions. Bieniemy is head coach with Rex Ryan as defensive coordinator. That would be sick too.
Rex Ryan.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I would take that. I would take that.
I'd take that as well.
I'd take that for sure, man. I'd take that.
Rex Ryan as defensive coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens was ridiculous.
Yeah,
He was very
does
good.
Rex Ryan play a 4-3?
Not 100% sure.
Not too sure, man, but I'm sure he could adapt.
But he had
can't.
Yes, he had Darrelle Revis, who could be on an island, and he did good with cornerbacks. So he could help out with the Cuda there. Bieniemy, I think, is going to be the top guy that everyone's looking for.
Yeah.
And I think if the Lions decide to go Bieniemy, I think you'd like to go for a quarterback that is dual threat.